Welcome to today's video. Um, let's keep it simple. We, I lost another 400 and something dollars on the builder account. So let's just get straight into the trade. I wrote down in my notion that I called it a unlucky reversal because that's what it kind of was. If we look at the way market was moving, look, let's get straight into it. These were sessions. This was London, and then we had this uptrend right here during London pre-market, which was pretty slow because the UK had a bank holiday and Tokyo and China also had a bank holiday. So I was considering what to do. And this weekend I did my long overdue reflection moment, and I went through the last month of trades and wrote down a bunch of things. And let me tell you what I wrote down. I shouldn't trade it when these next four things happen, or if I do want to trade, I do it on paper trading. Overlapping zones. What if today? Two overlapping zones, as we can see right here. What is my zone? For those who are new here, the 15-minute zone is the black one. It's price movement from 8 in the morning until 8:15 in the morning. Price, the first 15 minutes. Not the first, but this is like a zone, pre-market zone. Like, yes. Second zone is my 5-minute zone from 9:30 until 9:35. So whatever happens during the first 5 minutes of market open will determine a price zone. So if you would zoom out, this is zoom in or zoom out, whatever you want to call it. This is a 5-minute candle, and this is the 15-minute candle. And then after those two zones have formed, I will look for an entry. And the entry needs to be price to move outside my 5-minute zone with a fair value gap. And that fair value gap needs to push a candle to open and close outside my 5-minute zone. So this is a fair value gap, as we can see, and a candle, the big one right here, actually is a second fair value gap, but that doesn't matter. This is a candle which is open and closed outside my blue zone. And then I need a retest of the fair value gap. So this fair value gap gets retested right here, as we can see. And then after the retest, we engulf the high. This high right here gets engulfed with this candle, right? This high, you see this candle closes above. It actually, I entered already here, so probably price on this candle moved up, and then right when I entered, when it closed, it actually moved down a little bit. So anyway, that's my strategy. Fair value gap, retest of the fair value gap, and then an engulfing of the high before the retest that creates this high, and then we enter right after the engulfing of the previous high. And then we enter, and then we target the previous high, or if there's nothing there, we do 15 or 10 points depending how volatile or how much momentum there is. Which was going good, as we can see, all the way 9 points up, and then suddenly, boom, we went down. So yeah, that was today's trade in short. Now let me go over what I wrote down on my no trading list. I think I broke all the rules already today. So the first one was no overlapping zones. So the reason why I did trade today was because, as I just said, there was a bank holiday during UK and Asia. So that's why there was a very small 15-minute zone, because there was, as you can see, not much movement going on right here. A bunch of fucking dojis. So I kind of already knew then that the 5-minute zone was either going to completely eat up the 15-minute zone, as it did, or it would be halfway through, like half in, half out, or on the other side. But now it completely went above and below. So if this would be a regular trading day, I should not trade, because this means that market doesn't know, like there's no real decision or momentum yet. Usually, let me show you on my last win. Look, it would be a textbook trade. You see, The 5-minute zone is here, and the 15-minute zone, we don't even see it. The 15-minute zone was way below here. Price went up, and yeah, so the 15-minute zone was way below here. Maybe I can actually zoom out a little bit, and maybe we can see it. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, 50-minute zone was way below, so then we have our fair value gap, another one, a retest, and then boom, we go to the previous high. That's a textbook trade. So now the zones were overlapping. Then we have next is price trending back towards the 15-minute zone. So if we would have, let's see, this right here, this trade is a perfect example. See how the 50-minute zone is below the 5-minute zone. This means that price between 8 and 8:15 was in this zone, and between 9 and 9:35 was here. So price is going up. And then I was stupid enough to enter a trade all the way when price came back down to the 15-minute zone right here, hoping that either it will break through clean or bounce. So my rules now say currently don't take a trade in between the both zones, because that's a trade that's it's more guessing or gambling than trading, because price can do anything. You can get wicked out pretty quickly, like we don't know what's going on here. Then next is a big price move already happened. Like for instance, if my setup only formed right here, that would mean that price had already moved 18 or 20 points, like 18 points. If my shit only started happening here, the fair value gap, the retest, and the engulfing, if it only happened here, for instance, then I wouldn't enter, because first of all, we have that previous high, which might be a fucking thing to sweep, or price will just keep going sideways because we already had our big move. Those is another thing that I wrote down. That's the third thing, and the fourth thing is actually the same as the second thing, the trading in between zones. So those were things that I wrote down over the weekend, and then right here I wrote it in my notepad so I don't forget. So we have no overlapping zones. If the majority, if there's a small overlap like on the top or the bottom, like for instance, like if the blue zone would be this, that would be acceptable because it's just like a point or 2 or 3, but still showing a heavy down move. That would be acceptable because I've seen in my trades that it worked in the past. And that would be it. Oh yeah, and dojis. As we can see, there's no dojis here, but there is one right here. So if my setup would be somewhere here, then we have 2 dojis. As we can see afterwards, price went down because the doji means there's indecision. The market doesn't know what to do. And then here we see dojis, and so doji basically means what's gonna happen? We don't know. That's it. That's it for today, I think. I'll keep it at that. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if that brings you any clarity. So let me show you my notes that I wrote down for today. Is this it? No, this is not it. Can we just close this, please? That would be way easier. Look at that. Unlucky reversal. I wanted to see how price moved. All right, whatever I just said is written here. You can pause it and read it. So finally, I've seen people use the same kind of strategy as this one, and they have entered trades off the 15-minute zone, the 15-minute midline. How do I delete all these fucking drawings? Let's just do this. Oh no, that's not a good idea. Oh, so anyway, let me use a different color. Okay, it doesn't matter. So they have seen, I've seen them use the 15-minute line. I might take a look and look into that. See, the 15-minute line right here, price touches it, and then it launches up 20 points. So what if I can figure out whenever this 15-minute line gets retested the same way a fair value gap does, and we'll use this as a launching point. Then we could have taken a, what is it, 20-point trade. Look, see, 22 points. Would have been a good trade. But yeah, I have been thinking about that, but I haven't ever really gotten into it to look it up. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I trade New York, I'm done trading London because it's way too slow for the past month. I've only lost. Look, this is my eval that I tried last month. Let me actually show you what it really looks like. Boom. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades in 2 weeks that I won. London always lost almost. This was a big win. Again, look at that. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for me for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably. And if not, the day after tomorrow. But I'm assuming tomorrow. Peace.